Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're seeing me for the first time, hi, welcome to my channel. My name is ngoc and I make a lot of lifestyle content and book content. Those are my two main things that I like doing, and also a little bit of fitness too. So in today's video, I wanted to focus a bit more on books and some of my small here and there hobbies, and I'm kind of in a dilemma of what to read next. I recently just finished And Now Back to You, and I have quite a few books on my TBR. I saw some YouTubers doing this, and I saw Rachel Catherine. She's a very famous booktuber and I love watching her videos. She did a wheel picker picks my next read, so I thought that would be great since I can't decide for myself, so why not have my wheel picker? Let me just go through my TBR list. So I have Yesteryear by Carol Claire Burke. I'm sure many of you guys have heard of this book. It's trending on Book Talk, so I really do want to read it. And then we have The Burning Side. So Sarah DeMoff's new book actually comes out tomorrow, May 19th. I read her first debut book, which is The Bright Years, and I absolutely loved that book. I gave that book a 5 stars. I read it as my first book for 2026, and it was just amazing. Just her writing was so beautiful. The story was told so well. So I was really excited for her new book to come out. So that's on my radar. And then I have No Matter What. It's a second chance romance love story about a couple, a married couple going through a traumatic event, and that kind of causes their marriage to kind of fall apart. Next is Broken Country. I've heard that it's a very emotional story. It's a love triangle, that's what I've heard, and also it has a murder mystery aspect to it, which I always love in books. This book, I've heard everyone rave about it. Everyone on my TikTok For You page, whenever I'm looking, gives it a 5 star, and it's Into the Blue. If you guys know me, childhood friends to lovers is probably one of my favorite tropes ever, top 3. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my god, I need to read it. And it said that it emotionally destroyed so many people, and I love when a book ruins, wrecks, and destroys me. I know, I'm kind of masochist. And then we have Lost Lambs. It's sorry, I don't know why my voice is just cracked there. Lost Lambs. It's a more fictional book. It's kind of similar to Yesteryear. It talks about, the political climate and the social climate right now. Lastly, since summer is approaching, I wanted to put a summer book onto my list, and strangely enough, I have not read a book by Carly Fortune, but I heard she writes really amazing summer romances. So I have One Golden Summer on my list. I know her new book, Our Perfect Storm, just came out, but I've heard more reviews on One Golden Summer, so I thought I would give her best book a try first, and then if I love it, I'll want to venture and read more books. Okay, here are the options that we have that I inputted. I just used a picker wheel, and then here are the TBRs that we have, and let's spin. Okay, you guys get to see it first. I'm so nervous, but I'm excited because all these books are amazing. Guys, we got Yesteryear. The gods, the fate, the universe has spoken that I need to read Yesteryear, so I will be reading Yesteryear. I'm going to go to the bookstore and pick up Yesteryear so that I can start it tonight. This is fate. I'm so excited, guys. I love book shopping and just reading new books. The perfect feelings. Today I'm going to be attempting to make a new latte. I've just been drinking matcha in the same latte, so I thought I would change it up because I saw this in my house that my uncle bought. So I was like, okay, why don't I make a biscoff latte? I've been seeing it everywhere. I don't have the spread, so I'm gonna make the spread for it, and they said I just need biscoff peppers, milk, and some butter. And then while that is going on, I'm gonna French press my coffee. My uncle bought coffee beans, so I already put the coffee in here, and then let it simmer for around 5 minutes. Thanks to my uncle. My uncle is literally a coffee entrepreneur. He has everything, so I benefit. I have 1 tablespoon. It's amazing, guys. Holy. Oh, it smells really delicious. I added some more biscoff because it wasn't biscoffy and sweet enough for me. You can change it depending on how you like it. Let's try it. Wait, this is so smooth, guys. Pro tip though, if you want it more sweet, make sure to add more biscoff before you put on the hot espresso so it mixes together better. But if you add it later, just stir it really well so that the biscoff doesn't get clumpy. But it's so good. It's so good. It's like a faint, soft biscoff scent into the coffee. You can't taste the espresso. Like, it's not bitter. It's not as bitter anymore. It's really well balanced. I'm obsessed with this. I'm obsessed, guys. I'm so happy right now. I just made a new drink with you guys. Yay. Thank you guys for coming along and going on this drink making adventure. I'm gonna be doing way more different drinks. I want to make a pistachio cream latte too. I've been obsessed with pistachio, but I like serve. interesting. It revolves around 5 people and they're on a train and one of them is gonna die. And you have to figure out who's gonna die. 5 different people. Oh, I do really want to add this to my TBR. This is my stack. Right now, I found all the books on my TBR, No Matter What by Karen Stone, The Burning Side by Sarah DeMoff. They have this up early. It's supposed to be released tomorrow. And then Yesteryear by Carol Claire Burke. I'm only going to allow myself to get 1 book. So every time I finish a book, I'll get a new book. So it's an excitement and it's a reward. And of course we landed on Yesteryear. The wheel picker chose Yesteryear. So I'm just gonna get this. But I can't wait to read these as well. Guys, I got $5 off because of my rewards of buying books at Barnes. So I got this for $5 off. So I paid $21 instead of $30 because it's a hardcover. I need them to come out in paperback, not hardcover. It's easier to read. Guys, I love Carol Claire Burke's humor. She's making me laugh every time I turn a page. Listen, it allowed me to be present with both my children and my followers in all the ways I wanted to be at all the different points throughout the day. That's the thing about being a mother and a wife and an influencer all at the same time. It's basically like breastfeeding 3 babies simultaneously, like seducing 3 lovers at once. I'm just imagining her trying to breastfeed 3 babies at once. Don't know how that would work, but that made me cackle. This book has just been a page turner. We follow Natalie through every stage of her life, especially her college years, where she meets her roommate Rena, someone who completely clashes with the conservative Christian values Natalie was raised with. Rena is carefree, spontaneous, and she likes living however she wants, while Natalie spends her years trying to convince herself she chose the right path, unlike Rena. I'm going to a cafe to do some work, and if I finish my work early, I'll read, but we shall see. Even after they stop speaking, Natalie becomes obsessed with comparing their lives, constantly checking Rena's Instagram, so modern day, repeating to herself that she's happier. It's such a raw portrayal of insecurity and the need for validation in modern adulthood. I'm 2/3 of the way through the book, and I wanted to share my thoughts. The book portrays womanhood in a very unsettling way, especially through the lens of the trad wife ideal on the surface. Natalie looks like the image of fulfillment with her marriage, motherhood, stability, and the performance of femininity that society romanticizes online. She's kind of trapped on this farm with kind of a useless husband. Oh my god, Caleb was such a man-child. Oh my god, Caleb is such a man-child. He's so irritable to read about. He doesn't take any initiative, and he's so unintelligent. He just believes any like groundless rumors that circles around, or anything that Natalie says, and he doesn't even know how to fact check that for himself, you know. And so I just think it was hilarious that she built this whole image of Caleb up, that he's the successful businessman. He's, you know, well, he's obviously rich, but he's inheriting that from his parents. He's a nepo baby. Everything that she imagined just did a 180 turn. She kind of had to take on the role of fatherhood and sort of the breadwinner. She was the one initiating the farm, telling him what to do. He couldn't even take care of the farm animals. He couldn't even take care of the farm animals. He couldn't do anything properly. He was just killing the farm animals. Show that they had help. They showed that, oh, they did this alone. They're talented, they're successful, that they're able to run this whole farm alone. So the online persona that Natalie creates is very different from how she is in person. There's such a huge disconnect. So at one point she came to prefer her life online rather than in person, because her life in person was just getting messy. It was just discombobulated, and even her own child, Clementine, her oldest child, was judging her, whereas online everything is neat and order, so nothing was bothering her. She's kind of now living a life that's really not her own, and she doesn't even realize that, because she's so entrenched in telling herself that lie that she's happy, and that self-soothing aspect becomes a survival mechanism for her. Potential 5-star. I am definitely getting 5 stars feeling with this book, so that's exciting. Watching the Michael Jackson movie. My friends are already in there. I am wearing denim on denim today in heels. I wanted to wear heels because we're gonna go to Potra after. Yeah, I'm really excited for these 2 movies, The Hunger Games. This is trippy.
Holy moly, man!
No way Caleb just said that. I'm utterly speechless. Oh my freaking god. I'm getting a headache. This book is having me on edge. I just don't know. Every page I'm just nervous about what's gonna happen next, but then the dopamine of knowing what will happen is just so exciting. Okay guys, I have officially finished Yesteryear, and oh boy, wow, this book was so perfectly executed. I felt like I was in Natalie's brain, living the trad wife life. Every description, every nuance, every detail of this book is so well thought out. I personally really liked the ending. The whole book was really entertaining to read. The last 100 pages, I was just addicted. I was flying through it. I couldn't put it down. I needed to know what happened. I didn't expect the direction this book was going. I thought it was gonna be very sci-fi. That was what I was prepared for as I kept reading, but then it took a completely different turn, which I'm glad it did. it just kind of showed that Natalie, no matter what, never changes. And there's this quote in there that says that people never change. They're so consumed by themselves, and people, especially like Natalie, she's so consumed by herself. She doesn't really care what's going on with other people, even as time passes. And this really showcases and displays. The ending was just phenomenal, just went off the rails for me. So yeah, I was just jaw-dropped, mind blown. It was frontal lobotomy surgery for trad wives. It's a lobotomized trad wives book, guys. Do I recommend this? Yes, definitely.